I'm sure you all thought that there won't be another binder video, but you were wrong. The reason for that is because I have a lot of Pokemon cards, the ones that are not in that binder, and I just want to put them in a binder as well. Now don't worry, this is not going to be an actual series, this is just a one-off video that I wanted to do. One of the biggest pieces of feedback I received during my binder series was that the binder that I was using was a three-ringed binder, and three-ringed binders tend to slowly bend cards over time, especially if you open it and close it a lot or if you move it a lot. So the suggestion I received was use a ringless binder. Now I searched the web to find a good ringless binder. Seems like Voltex is a good one, so I just got myself this one. It can hold up to 300 and it's around 320-ish, 324 maybe, Pokemon cards, which is not little by any means, but it's nowhere close to the binder I was using in the binder series. That one was 1026, so that one was 3 times more than this Voltex binder, which is crazy. But I just wanted, put Pokemon cards in this binder and then just show this binder as well. And if you don't know, just like how I didn't know what the difference is between using a ringless binder and a 3-ringed binder, I will explain that as well. A lot of kind commenters taught me the difference, but anyways, pretty standard from the exterior. I tried to find one which had a Pokemon theme to it. I could not, especially considering the price. I found a few that had a Pokemon theme to them, but I just could not justify the price for them. So let me open this up. I opened it up only once, just to take out like paper and whatever that's in here. But I really have not taken a good look at it myself. Okay, so let me just move this here. Okay, cool. So what you'll notice, the biggest thing is that there's no ring that's over here, and that is like the biggest difference between a ringless binder, as it's in the name, and a 3-ringed binder or other ringed binders. The ring is, I think, what causes the cards to bend. Since there is no ring here, you can easily, bend any one of these as much as you want, and it doesn't affect the card in any way, so that's great. Another thing that I really like is that, in the original binder series that we were doing, between the front and the back, you didn't have this kind of cloth, like this black cloth between, so that you can differentiate between the front and the back. You could see both at the same time, so you can certainly see, there's a bit of that premium feeling that comes with this specific binder, which I totally understand. And another thing, the last thing that you'll notice is that the cards in this, they don't go from the top as they did for the other one, but it goes in from the sides. So see, there's this gap on the side that you can use to put your cards in, which I think the benefit is that if you load the cards top down, then if you accidentally flip your binder upside down, then the cards are just going to spill out. But if it's sideways, then you have more leeway to move them around and they won't, come out easily. That's at least what I've heard. I'm not sure if that's true or not. But anyways, these are the biggest pieces of differences between these two. Now, I'm going to start putting the cards in, and don't expect me to be very... I'm not going to show each card individually like I was doing in the binder series, because if you're going to fill this whole thing, so it's going to end up being a pretty long video if I take my time. And the other thing as well is that I am not going to be going in any sequentialism, so there won't be any sequential types of cards or types of Pokemon or any theme to the cards that I'm putting in here. It'll just be totally random, so enjoy the randomness where you just don't know what's going to come next. And I'm sure you will be able to see the cards themselves when I'm putting them in the binder, so it's not a problem at all if I don't show each one individually. So with that being said, let's start. The very first set of cards that I actually want to put in this binder are actually the oldest cards that I purchased like a year or so ago from eBay. It was the old Wizards of the Coast cards, and there's a guarantee that one of them is actually from the very first pack, I believe. I think I've shown these cards before in my Who Wants to Be a Pokemon Master video, which is part of the Pokeball series. So if you're curious, I have put a playlist. I have playlists created on my channel. If you go there, you can find the video. It's called Who Wants to Be a Pokemon Master. It's a knockoff of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, essentially. But yeah, I want to put these in first. And since I know that this binder is pretty secure, I can put these in pretty easily. Okay, it's going to take me a little bit of time to get used to putting these cards sideways now, since I'm very much used to top down. Looks like I'm doing a great job. It took me 25 seconds to put the first one in, so Dunsparce. There we go. Very cute Abra art. So all these cards are old. These are all old cards. It's just one of, I think there's only 2 in there that are actually from the very first pack. And these are all Wizards of the Coast cards. In case you don't know what the Wizards of the Coast cards are, back when Pokemon cards were first being produced, they were produced by a company here in the United States called Wizards of the Coast. They make a lot of cards to this day, pretty popular. But then over time, I think the Pokemon company, they moved who manufactures their Pokemon cards. I think it's someone in Japan now or something. Pretty nice coughing art as well. My muscle memory kicked in. I was going like this. So I know I'm being a little bit flimsy, like very much out of touch with how I'm putting these cards in right now. But as I slowly start to get the hang of it, I think I will be in a much better position to go fast. There we go. So this is what the first page looks like. I'll let you guys have a good look. Alright, let's move on to the next page. You'll notice almost immediately that these sections right here, the next page, it has this black cloth like I mentioned, so you can't see any of the cards in the back. Now this is what I think is what gives it the premium feeling. Now of course, the previous binder that I was using for my binder series, that one didn't have this black cloth in the middle, so it only had plastic, so you could see both sides through either the front or the back. So that is what I think is the biggest difference between these two binders. Anyways, let's start putting more cards in. And another thing I've noticed is that the space you get to put these cards in, it's a lot tighter. So sometimes I just can't slide it in like I could with the previous binder. I really gotta put effort into it. Anyways, here is my Raichu card. This is from the very first set of cards, I believe. The interesting thing is that I mentioned during my binder series when I was doing electric types, I said I have the old Pikachu and Raichu card as well. This is the Raichu card I was talking about. And then I'll show you the Pikachu one in a little bit as well. Never mind. My OCD is telling me that it's not completely straight. There we go. Okay. There we go. That is great. Now let's put the Ekans in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these are really tight spaces, like I said. And here is the Pikachu that I was mentioning. My favorite iteration of the Pikachu is actually when he was a little bit chubbier than he is now. This was my favorite iteration of the Pikachu. Honestly, a lot of the Pokemon have actually gotten a little bit more in shape. If you look at the old version and the new one, I think Blastoise is one of those, Charizard's one of those, Pikachu's one of those. Back then they really looked like monsters, you know, and it makes sense because Pokemon is pocket monsters. But then over time they kind of changed it, and now all these Pokemon are in top conditioning now. But back in the day, they had this like rawness to them, like a very raw feeling to them, a monster-like feel. And sometimes it's just design choice, so it doesn't really matter. Here we go, Cubone. There we go. Now let's put the leftover ones. See how there's no ring? So because of that, there's no bending chance as well. And then the very last one right here is the Mew. I think this is also the new special Pokemon League something something. I don't know. So let's put Mew in the middle. There we go. So these are all the old cards I had. Now let's put the other cards in that I have that were, you know, I've accumulated from my recent pack openings that I have on my channel. Okay. I'm gonna get a few. So first one, of course, is I believe her name is Carmine, right? I think it's Carmine. There we go. A perfect synchrony of, you know, old card and new card, how they are different from one another. Now let's put Giratina right next to Mew on the other side. There we go. Then let's put this Electrode, Hisuian Electrode, right here. Okay, and then I have the Pokemon 20th anniversary Pokemon card for Groudon. I believe it's a callback to the original card that they had for Groudon. It's kind of a memoir or a memorabilia of sorts. Okay, there we go. Need one more. Guess we can put this in. Orbeetle VMAX. There we go. This is what this page looks like in its totality. Take a good look. And then let's move on. Gosh, I still really like how you can't see the cards on the previous page here. Okay, let me get 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Alright. So let's start. Okay, and then the next one is this one. I think this is such a cool card because it's pretty much just black and gold. I think it looks great. And a dragon type too. I don't have that many dragon types. And this one right here. I am starting to get a little bit of a hang of it, as you can tell. Then I don't know what this Pokemon is. This is a Korean card, but it is a full art. I think it's Pelican or something, because it looks like one. And then the full art Pinsir. I love Pinsir. Then another bean sprout. Then a full art, I think it's Phoebe, right? So you can see there's like a lot of important cards that I did not put in that other binder because I knew that they have a chance of bending. The old cards are old cards. I mean, I'm never gonna open them up. Like maybe in a few years I open them again. So there's a less chance of them bending because they're just kind of in one position. And I've made sure that they were not in originally bending, in a bended position when I closed the binder. So I think they'll be fine, but I do plan on transferring them from that binder to a new one day. Okay, let's get 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. I think we can do this instead. Okay, all right, let's put these in. So this is Ursaluna. Then this is someone told me the name of this Pokemon. I forgot. It's Lovethurus? No. It's one of the Thundurus sisters, I think. Lovethurus, Hearthurus? I don't know. I'm sure I'm making it up. But this is a full art. Then I believe this is called Iron Thorns. A Mekarko. I did not plan this, but it seems like both of these pincers are going to end up in the middle. Okay, then I have a full art Eevee. Okay, and then I just have a Chimchar, Monferno, Infernape. One of my favorite starter types. It was my favorite until, I got to a point where I just could not decide between Greninja and Infernape. They're both my favorites, and anytime you ask me which one I prefer more, it's really hard for me to answer. There we go. So this is what this page looks like, and I love the black color on the sides. It really makes all the cards pop a lot more than the see-through plastic that I had in the previous binder. And you'll notice, like, when I turn the page, like, there's no binder, so there's no bending that's going on, and these things have ridges, so it ends up bending pretty okay-ishly. So nothing in here is bending, which I think is a great thing. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. I was looking into the story of Pokemon Fire Red, and to me it is such a missed opportunity that they did not have the whole that they didn't try to put the Mewtwo story like one way or another in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Like, you can catch Mewtwo in that game. It's in the cave right next to Cerulean City, but you can catch it after you beat the Elite Four and everything. I feel like, because Team Rocket, if you look at what they're doing in Fire Red, Leaf Green, they're pretty much just like stealing Pokeballs and all that kind of random stuff. They don't really have a plan, like a big plan, like all the other games. Like the evil syndicates have a big plan that they're trying to execute. Team Rocket is just kind of there, like, oh, these are the bad guys, and they have influence in some cities, and they're trying to take over some cities and just stop them. That's pretty much it. But I feel like their story is somewhat incomplete, especially Giovanni. I feel like they could have incorporated the story in a sense that Giovanni is trying to get his hands on the latest tech to create Mewtwo, and then you it culminates in a point where you end up facing Giovanni in like that same laboratory where he creates Mewtwo, and then you battle Mewtwo and you can catch it. Like, Mewtwo can be the legendary Pokemon of the game, because if you play Fire Red Leaf Green, you end up in this position where you have you can catch the birds. Like, you can catch Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. Actually, Moltres is after you get your you beat the Elite Four. So Articuno and Zapdos are the two that you can catch. And although it's nice to be able to catch them, like, there's no story to these Pokemon. Like, you just kind of go to a spot and you catch those Pokemon. I think they could have very easily made Mewtwo the main legendary Pokemon of this game, and you can still keep those two, like, you can still catch them without any story and stuff. But Mewtwo is like the main Pokemon that Giovanni and Team Rocket is working towards, and maybe throw in a little bit of Mew here and there that you use as part of the story, and you got yourself like a great enhancement of the kind of story they had for Fire Red and Leaf Green, which is a remake of the original. So I don't know, does someone else agree with me? Because it feels like Team Rocket is doing a bunch of nothing in those games. Anyways, so I've put these in. Now I will start using the other cards that I have. So I have cards by order of importance to me. 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is a pretty nice one too, a Medicham V. So I will say though, I did get my hands on Pokemon Fire Red, so I do have a copy of it with me, and I am playing through it. So expect me to review it sometime soon. I think you probably might see, my review in December maybe. Because I'm a pretty slow player of the game. This is what it looks like. I'll let you guys have a good look. Okay. I'm a pretty slow player of the game, so it's gonna take me a while to get through the whole thing. So expect something by the end of December. It might actually be the very last video I make for the end of this year. So. Okay. For the first time ever, I'm actually quiet in my videos. I realized that part of doing ASMR is actually learning to be quiet at times as well. Okay, there we go. Let's get 9 more cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go, 9 more cards. Start putting these in. Applin. This is a nice, like, Gyarados card. Gyarados V. Very nice. I know a lot of people prefer Milotic over Gyarados. I love Gyarados. I love the Plusly card as well. Very, very, very cute. I'm getting faster with putting these in now. This is Dragapult, right? Believe so. This card is a little bit on an angle, and then this one is very much. Okay, there we go. So this is what this looks like. Let's move on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. I would like to see what time it is. Okay, I just checked the time, so I have more than enough time to get through this. This is a nice Silliman's card, very nice. I have to say, like, Pokemon cards is the one thing that I can say with utmost, utmost safety and assurity that these cards have only gotten better quality-wise, like card quality-wise, and then also like art-wise. A lot of the things over the years have deprecated from, not just in the Pokemon space, but generally. But Pokemon cards, I would say, has improved over time. Like the full art cards, sometimes the ones I look at, they're so hype, like they're so cool. I think someone just beeped their car outside. Okay, there we go. Let's get 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay. Very nice full art Ninetales card as well. Here you go. A Wigglytuff with a star pattern on it. This is from the 151 pack, of course. I'm a little bit salty that I didn't get the full art any of like Charmander, Charmeleon, or Charizard. But I did get this Charizard with the whole sparkles and everything, so I guess I can't complain too much about that. And then, of course, another reason I can't complain is because I got a full art Wartortle, which is great. I love this card so much. There we go. Okay. Someone mentioned, anyways, I'm gonna talk about it in the next one. But here, this is the whole look for this page. This page turned out a lot more star-studded than the previous one. Let's move on over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so like I was saying, someone mentioned there is actually a like there's a guide on how you put your Pokemon cards in the binder. Like there's a specific like way of like this goes first, this goes second, and ordering of sorts. And I don't know what the ordering is, honestly, and I didn't look it up as well. I just like putting the cards in the binder. So another Raichu card. What is this? Are these safety goggles? I think these are safety goggles. These are Korean cards if somebody is interested. The reason that a lot of these cards are Korean is because before, I think it was February or something, before it was during the whole Pokemon card scarcity, like everybody was just snatching up Pokemon cards from everywhere. I was on eBay and I found this one seller that was selling Korean cards for a very good price. Like, I got like 5 packs of Pokemon 151 for like $15 or something, right? Like $3 per pack. So I was like, okay, let me order from this person. Now, eventually that person realized that there's a shortage of cards in the US market, so they ended up raising their prices. but I got to buy cards from them for a good for like a good 3-4 months before they raised prices. Now the prices are not justified. You know, like, I don't think you would be hard pressed to try to justify those new prices. So I was getting kind of done with collecting cards as well, because I don't really collect Pokemon cards all that much. I actually became interested a little bit again in collecting because of the whole YouTube channel thing. And I was like, well, I haven't had the new cards for a long time now. Let me see what cards are like today. So I feel like I've seen enough to a point where I just don't feel like getting any more for a while now. Maybe in like 3-4 years I'll be like, okay, maybe I should get some more cards and see what things are like. But just Pokemon cards are just so expensive now that it's not that like I feel terrible paying like 3 or 4 times more than what I know the actual like price is that has been set by the Pokemon company, and that is what takes me out of it every time, because I feel like I've been duped when I pay so much, because I know that somebody is forcefully, you know, hoarding all the cards and then selling it to me at a higher price. So anyways, this is what this page looks like. A lot of 151 pack cards. Okay, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Let's put some more Dragonite. Persian, another Persian. Or total. I like the art of the Jigglypuff on this. It looks so innocent. My favorite like running joke that they did in Pokemon, like outside of like Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy and, you know, Brock just pretty much flirting with any girl he sees. My favorite one is actually the whole Jigglypuff thing. Even like more than Team Rocket and everything, you know, like I love the whole Jigglypuff shtick they had, where Jigglypuff would come in and sing a song and everybody would fall asleep. This is like my favorite, like top 5 cards, just based on how the Chansey looks. It's so great. There we go. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, 9 more cards. Eradicate. You know, I think Eradicate doesn't get the respect that it deserves, in my opinion. Even like a lot of the times when you play Pokemon Fire Red, like I'm playing right now, Eradicate, if you're not careful, just takes out your Pokemon completely. You expect it to not do a lot of damage, and then it ends up using like a Hyper Fang or Super Fang on you, and a lot of the times you're like, I'm faster. No, Eradicate is faster, even though it's like 7 levels lower than you, and it has like very great attack stats because it takes you out. Like if you're not careful, it takes you out, and then even if you don't get taken out and you're like, oh, we're both low health, but I can just you know, I'm faster, I can attack first, I'll just take it out next turn, it ends up using quick attack and it takes you out instead. So I will be honest, I have a lot of you know, a lot of my Pokemon have fainted thanks to the Eradicate. I was so confused by what this card was. I couldn't see anything until I saw the Ditto right over there. I was like, oh, it's Ditto. I was like, what is this card? A Snorlax. Very nice. There we go. That's great. This is what it looks like. Take a good look. And let's move on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I think on this page right here, we will end up finishing the second stack of cards I have as well. Now, if that is the case, we will move on to the third stack of cards I have. And I will tell you I have a fourth stack as well that I have not taken out for tonight's session, because I am pretty sure that we're gonna not need it, because this binder will be full by the time we finish the third stack. So that means that there is still a need for one more binder. We'll buy it sometime next year. So that's the plan for next year, to get a third binder. Since I don't plan on getting any more cards for a long time, then I can just feel safe knowing that all my cards are in the binder. In any one of those three binders, I guess. Great. Okay, last few cards. So I am getting a lot faster, as you can tell. I'm getting very, very fast. That's just part of accelerating and getting used to the new binder. Damn, look at these hands. If he ever grips you, you're done. You can't get out of it. Anyway, so let's use our third stack, which is actually behind the camera. Alright, I got the third stack. So let's put these cards in as well. I don't think I will be able to put all my cards in the third stack in. So I think that's okay. We can whenever we get the third binder next time, next year maybe we can put them in at that point. So that's okay. This is what this page looks like. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now these are Japanese cards. So these ones are Japanese cards now. And the reason I can tell the difference is because I do some lessons on Japanese on Duolingo, so I can kind of tell. Like there's some letters in here that I can read. Like I think this is H-I, he, then this is N, hin. I think this is T-A, and hin. I think this says hintari. Hintari, I think that's what it says. This should be ha, so if there's 2 dashes, it's ga, I think. And this one is te at the end. And I think before that that's tsu, I think. Yeah, I'm like close. Like I can kind of read it, but not really at the same time. It's just part of practicing, you just gotta keep practicing. Plus I don't have anyone to practice with, so essentially I just practice on myself. If I think I had someone to practice with, I would learn a lot faster. So this is like hirate, H-I-R-A, hira, this is T-E, hirate, this is you, and then that is I think chi, I think, hirate uchi, I think. That's what it says. I think I should stop embarrassing myself because I think I'm saying everything wrong. It's a great way to pass time though. I mean, just Duolingo for a few minutes every day. I'll take it. It lets me pass the time, and it lets you create streaks as well, so you feel good about yourself. Like, there's something that you're doing consistently every day for 5-10 minutes, like, sign me up. I don't think my Japanese is gonna go anywhere though, but it's good to know that I'm doing something consistently. And that ends up cascading onto other things, you know. Jason Voorhees' mask. Anyway, it ends up cascading onto other things, you know, because I'm like, oh, like if I can do this every day, then I can do something else every day. So then I end up doing another thing every day. So then I'm like, if I can do these two things every day, then I can do this third thing too every day. Pretty much it's just a lesson to tell your mind that you can do anything as long as you are consistent. One thing that I have learned is that, you know, if you want to get somewhere, like maybe, you know, you want to be more physically active, right? Or anything, like perhaps you want to have more muscle on yourself, or you want to be in a better conditioning, or perhaps you want to be a better, like, what would I say? Like great at studies or something, you know, have better knowledge of a subject. Pretty much the trick is to do that little bit of something every single day. And I know, like, it's boring, and when you do it every day you feel like nothing's happening, but that literally is how you make a difference. That boring thing that you do a little bit every day is what causes you to get to where you want to be. Because we all think, you know, I had the same thinking. I was like, it's you know, it'll come to me one day and I'll be like, oh, now I can do it, and then finally I can start doing it. But the truth is that it's pretty much like, what should I give an example? So yeah, it's like learning Japanese, right? So I'm doing it casually, but if I really, really wanted to do it, you know, I would just do it every day and then practice with someone that I know and speak with them. And even though I feel like on a daily basis nothing's happening, if you look at me 6 months later, I'll be much more fluent than I am right now. So this is what this page looks like. Let's move on to the next page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great, 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 great. I think that's the hard thing to do. You know, it's easy to say to do something every day, but when you hit rock bottom and you want to go up, you want it to be like instant. Like you're like, I gotta get there, you know? So if someone tells you, like, imagine you're really pumped up, right? And you're like, okay, let's go. Like, I want to do something physical right now. I want to run. And then someone tells you, no, let's walk. You'll be like, no, I have a lot of energy. I wanna run, right? Because maybe you had too much sugar. But then the other guy's like, no, if you walk, you'll go far. You will be like, no, you know, I want to run. So then you won't even walk because you're like, I want to run. And that's how it is, you know, like when you hit rock bottom and you're like, okay, something has to change, you end up wanting to go fast. But usually going fast is not the solution. It's to go at a pace that you're comfortable with, or maybe it pushes you a little bit, but just doing it every day. That is the winning strategy, in my opinion, of course. It's different for everyone, but at least that's what works for me. Okay. There we go. Let's get 9 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great. So these are Korean cards again. All of them are Korean cards. Muck. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Muck and Arbok both go really hard. Both of them, Muck and Arbok. Farfetch'd. And a Dratini. Love me a good old Dratini. Here we go. This is what this page looked like in total. I'll let you take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay. Alright, let's move on. You know what? I think we might actually run out of cards before we run out of space in this binder. Regigigas. It is a possibility now that I look at what is left over. I love this Slacking card as well so much. Slacking is like one of my favorite Pokemon. Okay. This is great. Sometimes it is especially hard to put these in for some reason. Okay, let's put Darkrai in. Okay, very good. Let's get 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great. Very good. Alright, so that's 5 cards. Let's put the 6th one in. There we go. This is what this looks like. I'll let you take a look while I get 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a weird card. 8, 9. Okay, alright, let's move on. So I think we are more than halfway through. We still have a lot of pages to go through. So I think we might actually run out of cards here, which I didn't think would happen. But I guess it has happened, so it seems like a miscalculation on my part on how many cards it would take. Okay, I love this Melmetal card as well so much. Okay. When we started this video, this place wouldn't stay down. Now this place is starting to go up and this place is starting to go down. I was so happy to learn when I was live streaming the Pokemon adventure a couple of weeks ago. There were some people in the live chat and we were talking about like games and stuff, and I was like, you know, call me old, but for me the Switch just doesn't do it like how the 3DS did, because 3DS for me is like, you know, it had so many different like customizations on like the exterior shell, like the colors of the 3DS that you could get, the interior, you know, the Famicom colors, the new 3DS, the old 3DS, the new 3DS XL, like 2DS XL, and then even within the software itself, you could have so many wallpapers and stuff, and there were like so many fun and small mini games, and the music. And if you go to the Nintendo eShop, the music for the Nintendo eShop was iconic. AR cards that they would give you when you buy it to play like Face Crushers or something that was called. Like so much personality to that console, and the games on there have so much personality to them. Like just the peak of like, you knew that the people making this were doing it like because they loved the console, just trying to get the maximum out of it. When I play on the Switch, like it's just so, how would I say it, like corporate. It's so corporate when you use the Switch. They either have a black color or like a gray color for your whole interface. The Switch is always black colored. It's just the Joy-Cons that change color, and even the Joy-Con colors are so standard, like there's no designs or anything. The dock is the dock. The dock doesn't have much for it unless like it's like a special edition one. There's no colors on the dock. And the you know, the eShop has no music. And then I don't know, just the games on the Switch just never felt the same to me for some reason. So I thought maybe it was just me and I'm just getting old, and it's just you know, my nostalgia speaking. But when I was in that live chat, like the people that were there, they agreed with me. So I was like, well, I feel validated to have that opinion now, because I thought I was the only one and I should keep this thought to myself. But I guess I wasn't the only one, so it just feels good to know that there's someone that agrees with you on something. Not to say that if people agree with you, you're right, but it still is comforting to know someone shares your opinion at least. Anyway, this is what this looks like. Let's move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. The list is really starting to drop off here, huh? We went from putting full arts to putting Feebas in. Well, I was very wrong. I thought the cards I had for tonight were actually 300 or 400. It seems like they were not even close. I think they were just 200 or something. Otherwise this binder would be full by now, but it's not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think the next batch is the last one. So that's surprising. Gliscor, I love this Pokemon. It's also one of my favorites. Okay, let's put the Gabite in there. Now I'm not sure if I should go and get even more cards from my 4th stack, or should I just call it a day on this. Let me check what the time is. So I do have just very little time. Maybe you know what? Let's give it a try. Who knows? It's okay. I'm sure nobody wants a part 2 of this video, so let's just take care of everything right now. I know it's a little bit selfish of me to make these binder videos. I make them a lot, but it's just so comforting to me to do this. It's just so therapeutic. Just think of nothing except putting cards in the binder. Anyway, this is what this looks like. Moving on. While I was saying that sentence, it reminded me of that Mareep sleep video where I was like, your only job is to count Mareeps and fall asleep. Or 5, 6, 7. Yeah, these are only 7 cards. I guess in this case, I'm not counting Mareeps and falling asleep. I'm putting the cards and getting sleepy. Okay. So I guess I'll go get some cards from my 4th stack, and we'll see how many we can put in. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more pages after this. But I hope you are enjoying the tempo of this video, because the tempo is completely different from the other videos. In that one it's more of a slow, like, look at each card and stuff. This is more so just putting cards in. So let me go get some more cards. Okay, so I got myself some more cards now. I hope these last. And what I realized was that actually from my 3rd stack I didn't get all the cards. So I got some from the leftovers from the 3rd stack, and then I had some cards on the side that I didn't notice before, so I just kind of merged them together. And the hope is that I don't have to touch my 4th stack for a while, because it's a pretty big stack, and I know it'll be divided half and half in both ways, so I don't want to do that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. I don't think these cards are going to be enough though. So here we have Roark, a full art, very nice. In case you can't tell, I'm a big fan of Roark. I really like Roark as a character. Academy at Night. Looks like Hogwarts from far away. Okay. Joltik. Janice. What is it? Janice's Secret Art. So this was also not intentional, but these horses ended up together, so that's good. I guess I can purposely put these two on the side as well. Yes, there we go. I love this Pokemon so much. Cufant. Cufant is so nice. It's such a well-designed Pokemon. I love it so much. Okay, and then Ursaluna goes last. Okay, so this is what this page looks like. Take a look while I get 9 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's move on. So we're into the English cards, but then now we're back into the Japanese cards. I'm sure you're also wondering what the heck is going on with these cards. And I don't have a good answer for you. I love Mankey as well. Mankey is one of my favorites. It still makes me so angry to this day that Ash gave up his Primeape and then never went back to it, like ever. Just pretty much gave up on it. Kangaskhan EX. I think when Ash became the champion finally, I mean when he won the Pokemon League, or no, champion. I think when he became the champion, they showed like Primeape finally come home in Pallet Town and visit him. I'm not sure about that, but I think they do that, and that was because people complained for years and years and years how he had such a strong Primeape, and then he just sort of gave it away and then never came back to it. Because Charizard comes back several times, like Charizard even comes back in Pokemon Black and White, but the Primeape is just gone. Even the Butterfree, I think, comes back at a certain point. Let's get 9 more. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. this in. I am having a little bit of a hard time with like how little space they give you. Like it's a very tight fit, and it's hard to squeeze these cards in there. So I have to like use my hands, but then some of these are really tough, so I have to put a lot of force into it. Now these are Japanese cards again. So this was Japanese, this was English, and then all of these are Japanese. If you ask me if I can read kanji, that's where I'll say GG. Because even on Duolingo, when it gets to kanji, I'm just like I think I might have to like start learning Japanese when I was a kid to be able to learn kanji. Kanji is like borderline impossible. Or you have to like really be a student of language to like you have to be academically studying Japanese to get any sense of kanji. Anyways, this is what this looks like. And I'm gonna get 9 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's how difficult kanji is, so I'm not even getting close to that. I think I might need even more cards. This ended up being a surprisingly interesting experience. Every time I think I have enough cards, I don't have enough cards. What a nice art on this, wow. This guy looks like absolutely pissed. Okay. Nice art on this one too. I'm not sure if you guys have heard that language, the story of how the Korean language came to be, but it's quite an interesting story. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I've heard at least. It's that I believe that in Korea they were speaking in the Chinese language, and but the thing is that they were gatekeeping the language from the ordinary people. So like they would write in writing, I think they would write in Chinese. Like people could speak it, but then writing was in Chinese, and only the academics and the scholars would be able to write and read Chinese, I think. And what happened was that the knowledge was people were gatekeeping knowledge from the ordinary citizens. So what the emperor of the time in Korea ordered was that come up with our own language that is easy to write and understand and read. And essentially the Korean language was born as a result of that. That's what I know. So quite an interesting origin for the Korean language. And I think that's why there's like some overlap. Like it's Korean is like very simple, people say, because it is like that's what the purpose of it was, like a simple language for the citizens of the country, that they could read, write, and speak 3 in 1. Let me know if I'm wrong though, but that's what I've heard, at least from I don't know where I heard it though, now that I think about it. You can count on me to tell you the most random things that you will hear in your day. I don't know, I enjoy like these random like tidbits, nuggets of like information. Like I'm sure this information will never be useful to you. It'll never be useful to me either, but now you know it. And if you ever want to surprise someone, you don't know what to talk about. People often, when they meet someone new, they feel shy and they're like, oh, what do I talk about? Maybe I talk about what they're interested in. Maybe I talk about what I'm interested in. No, just in pin drop silence like this. Hey, did you know how Korean language came to be? And then just take the lead from there. I'm sure they'll respect you a lot more after you do that. Anyways, this is what this looks like. I'm gonna get 9 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Okay, let's move on. So I think I might actually need even more cards, which is crazy to think about. Let me see. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a potion. 9. Okay, now let's put some trainer cards in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're gonna put these old trainer cards that I have from like many years ago now. There's no way these are gonna go in easily as well because they're not crisp like the newer ones. So it is gonna require some effort on my part to put these in. If somebody's curious as to if I will upload the binder series in like a compilation, then rest assured, because that will happen in a matter of time. I am preparing it, but it is kind of a long video, so I just have to make sure everything looks okay before I can do it. I had a lot of monologue at the start of the video and at the end of the video in each one. So I just gotta make sure I take out those sections and pretty much just refine the video. Oh, these are 2 cards. Oh, that's not good. Oopsies, I damaged the card a little bit. Okay, we need even more cards, so looks like I will have to go and touch the 4th stack. So give me just a moment. I will be right back with some more cards. Okay, I'm back with even more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. So these are now Korean cards again. And these are the newer ones, so they should be relatively easy to squeeze in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I might need even more cards. I got too little. My sense of like how many cards I'm holding in my hands is actually very wrong. This is the one thing I learned in this video, recording this. When I think I have a lot of cards in my hand, I don't have a lot of cards in my hand. I should always pick like 3 times more as what I think I have. think if I get a third binder, I can just put everything I have in there. I could even transfer some of the ones from the original binder series, the ones that are like, in my eyes, like very important ones that maybe should not be in that binder. Maybe I can just move them over just to play it safe. There we go. This is what this looks like. 3, 4, 5. Okay, 9 more. Okay, so we are at the end. Okay, so I guess we can take 9, 18, and 27 more cards. Okay, so this would be 9 more. So we've pretty much built our whole binder in tonight's video, which is a great 2, 3, 4. I know this isn't like as satisfying as the other one because I'm not there's no ordering or structure to these, but sometimes in randomness you find more purpose and enjoyment because you're not really sure what's coming next. So just the interest part of it, like, oh, what is going to be next? That is interesting in and of itself. There we go. So 1, 2, 3. I need like 15 more cards, so let me go get some. Alright, so I did get 15 cards, so we should be okay now. Alright, very nice. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Just want to straighten this out. Okay. Very good. This goes here. This goes here. Okay. As we are slowly getting to the end, I would like to say, if you're still here and if you are still listening, then I really do appreciate you sticking around. The final look from start to end, so it can be kind of a reward for sticking around. Okay, let's put the last 9. Hisuian Arcanine. What a cool card, right? Love this card so much. Okay. Tangela. Okay. Nosepass. And then to end it off, Carmine again. Alright, awesome. So then let's look at the whole binder from start to end, and then we'll call it a day. And I will be pretty quiet just so you can enjoy the final product. Here we go. that's about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I try to make my videos like the other ones, and even generally I try to make my videos as long as I can. I know Sinnoh Adventure sometimes can't be long because it's a narrative based story, so if I try to make it long for no reason, then it kind of loses its meaning. So I try to make other videos as long as I can because it seems like that's what people prefer. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Now I have my second binder completed. I think I just need one more binder to finally close off everything. But don't worry if you don't like the binder videos, because I'll do it sometime next year. So we'll take care of it later. But for now, this is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I am out of stress. I hope you are out of stress, or whatever you're doing. I hope you found this video to be relaxing. Alright, good night.